What is going on, you guys? Riley on Jemmy Inflatable Fans 98, and this is the video of my completed Halloween 2019 display. I'm going to be making two videos, one of me talking, just a kind of a walkthrough video of me talking about things, and a separate video of me just walking through without talking. So I guess let's get started. I think I'm going to get started over here. I think I've got about 10 inflatables over here. Usually I don't put them in the grass, but this happens to be a patch of dead grass. Let me turn on my flash here. Patch of dead grass that I got the okay to put stuff on. So starting off here, we got the Spinning Eye Skull. Next up, we've got the tree, one of my favorites. Hard to see, but that's why I turn on the flash so you can see a little bit easier. Then we've got the Beetlejuice Sandworm, the white dragon here, the animated vulture, gargoyle. I actually have two of these gargoyles. One of them actually was given to me for free. One of my cousins had a friend that had a tag sale, and they were literally selling this, and my cousin decided to pick it up for me and gave it to me for free. So I have two of these. I didn't get to use both of them this year. Again, I didn't really have the room for both of them, but hopefully sometime in the future I'll be doing something with them to be able to fit both of them in my display. So that's one of the two. Then we've got the bat, the 7-foot bat. Again, hard to see in the dark. Lights, that doesn't light up too well. Then we've got the Kaleidoscope Gargoyle, sold this year and 2018 at Home Depot. Didn't get to use this guy last year, so I'm happy that I was able to incorporate him. Then we've got this guy, which again, one of my favorite pumpkin designs. I just never had a chance to use him, but this year he's in the display. And then of course, at the very end here, literally, I think I can probably fit a few more in this area here, but like some shorter ones, but I really don't have, I do have some more I haven't used, but I don't know. I think this might be good for this year. It's a lot of work putting stuff away, and of course, you know, my Christmas display is so much bigger than my Halloween display. So yeah, so I'm going to pause the video here. We'll go on to the next area. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so we're on to the next area here. Now, in that empty area there, I do have the 16-foot Reaper. He's not doing so well this year. Last year, the fan cracked in half, basically. Fan still works fine. What it does is it just sucks up the bark mulch, because that's where all of these are in. They're in like a bed of bark mulch. And I ended up putting like a plastic lid underneath it. I didn't have a piece of plywood to put underneath it, but I think it just sucked up so much bark mulch that it just doesn't inflate that great. I did end up, I don't know if you can see from here, but there's a string there. I did end up trying to tie it to the roof, but it got all tangled up and everything. So I think that guy's done for the year. Hopefully next year he'll be back in my display. But anyway, let's get into this part here. We've got the Freddy Krueger. We've got the 7-foot rat. The ogre, black ogre. Of course, we got the mayor here. Only thing that sucks about the mayor is he does need a lot of room with his spinning base. So I wasn't able to fit like everything that I wanted to in this area because he kind of takes up a lot of room with the spinning base. Then we've got Sally. We've got the Boo scene here. We've got Jack and Oogie. My lighted mummy here. I ended up putting the little alien here this year. Then of course we got one of my prized possessions, my 2012 organ. A couple little pumpkins, Darth Vader pumpkin and a Jack Skellington pumpkin. Of course, that's really bright. A few pumpkins there. Got my Dr. Shivers ogre. There are a couple of flame lights in there that I didn't get to turn on. Should have turned them on for the video, but I forgot. We got my little witch here, static prop. I think it used to talk and stuff, but I think I bought it like really cheap at a tag sale. So I just use her outside as a static prop. Same with this. I think I paid like 80 bucks for it on eBay. Doesn't work anymore. I had it outside the last couple of years. I forget what his name is. We got the 4-foot cat. Pop Goes the Evil. We got Jason. And mean old Gramps here. I don't think mean old Gramps works very well. I didn't put an adapter in them this year. Just makes too much noise. Maybe Halloween night. And then I got some more pumpkins here. Pause the video again and I'll take you to the graveyard. Alrighty, so here's the graveyard, guys. I kind of did it a little bit different than I usually do each year, just because you can see last year that we didn't have the plants, but now there's plants in here. So my graveyard is going to be more and more limited as the years go and as these plants grow, which is unfortunate, but I'm going to get the best use out of it that I can. So just a few things, few ground breakers, light up things, light up werewolf. I got a couple of skeletons in here. Big dog skeleton there. Vulture over there with a mummy. A couple inflatables. I've got the tombstone and I've got the pumpkin creeper, whatever you call them. Pennywise and the ghost face. And a couple projectors here. And just right along here, I have got little projector there, if you can see it. Had the same one last year in the same area. But I never actually got to, well, since I got the ghost girl there, I decided to put the floating ghost here. And I didn't really think of it when I was doing it because I knew I wanted to put the projector in the same spot. And then I already had the ghost there staked in and everything. So I was like, I'm not even going to just bother moving it. So I just put the projector there, and it actually looks pretty good because when the ghost lights turn off after doing the short circuit thing, you can see it a little bit better. But anyway, keep moving on here. I've got my 2002 Spider. His lights don't work. I'm just too lazy to change the lights out. I believe the light string doesn't work anymore, but either way, I've got the spotlights with the perfect storm thing I've had the past few years that will light him up. And I've owned this guy since 2002, and he's still going very strong, so I'm glad about that. But let's keep moving on here. Symbol Monkey. I've got the Skeleton Reaper back there with the mask. The Shaking Zombie. Classic skeleton there. The graveyard short circuit scene. I've got a projector up there. It's hard to see in the video. I didn't do one in that window this year like I did last year, but that one never showed up very great anyway, so I think this one looks better. Then I've got the clown, the cat, I've got the coffin here, Dracula in the coffin, and then of course the short circuit ghost girl. I didn't do a review on her this year. I wanted to get the stuff out. I didn't have a chance to do a review on her because I wanted to get the stuff out, so hopefully there might be one at the end of the season for her. Then we've got the angry pumpkin here, and on to the last little section here. Didn't do too much this year on this part. Just because it's like, you know, again, I can't put the things in the grass, and I stake these down and tie them down with a couple of bricks so that they don't, you know, blow all over the place. Sorry, the fog keeps coming up on the screen. It's kind of cold out, so my breath is fogging. But anyway, we got the fortune teller here. I've been using him every year since I got him, I think. The spinning eye skull, I really wanted to use this guy this year, so I decided to put him over here. And of course, one of my favorites, the light sync pumpkin. Unfortunately, a few of his lights went out. I think last year my dad accidentally ran over him with his car and broke a few bulbs in it. If anybody can let me know, if you happen to know where I can buy replacement light bulbs for this, please let me know in the comments. I don't know if it's even possible, but it doesn't look that bad. It's just a few lights. There's supposed to be a big round thing for his nose there, and then there's a couple lights out in his face. So luckily he didn't break a whole lot of lights when he ran over it by accident, but he still works. I don't know what I'm going to do when the lights don't stop working on him anyway. I don't know if I'm going to keep him as just a pumpkin, giant pumpkin, or what. But last but not least, we of course have the giant 13-foot Stay Puft. I've had him here every year since I moved. You can't see it from here, but where I'm going to point, where you can see that little light there, that's my grandparents' house where I store all my stuff. And then right in front of their house, there's a big street where people can actually see the Stay Puft from the street, which is awesome. So that's kind of how I lure people in to look at my display. And we've had a lot of cars today come down and look at it, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, guys, anyway, like I said, this is just kind of a walkthrough of me talking about everything. And yeah, actually, I can show you one more thing here. This right here is what I use for the lights on my porch. I don't think I've ever, or not the porch, but the lights that flash on the house. It's called the Perfect Storm. You can see the box here. Basically, they give you a CD. You have to, it's sound activated here. So you take the CD, you put it in the CD player, and you can hear the thunder noises coming out of it. So that's how it works. And I just put the box right next to the radio so that it does it that way. So you kind of get the gist of it. Never showed that off, but that's how it works. So yeah, guys, anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, there will be